Welcome back. We are beginning a new segment today with the Sahali Liquor Store. It's called the Cork Report, and yes, we are going to be trying out all of these fabulous wines. It won't always just be about wine. There'll be other drinks that we try out as well, but today we're sampling wine. I'd like to introduce our viewers today to Linda Coles, who is with the Sahali Liquor Store, and Jason James with the Authentic Wine and Spirits Merchants. It's very nice to have you guys here today.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
So, everybody loves a glass of wine. I am in that category. It's a lovely drink and it's great all year round, and there's something for everybody. Tell me a little bit about the 3 wines that we're going to be trying today.
Well, first of all, we're very happy to be here, Jason and I, and today we brought 3 wines that we think are what represent what's hot in wine right now. We brought a rosé from the Naramata Bench, a Moscato, and a Malbec, which is continuing to be a huge hot varietal. And the 2 that the whites, the rosé and the white we brought, are perfect summer wines.
What do you find to be more popular in the summer? I really do like red wine, but I find I drink it more in the winter. I find I like something cold, something crisp for the summer season.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, you see a lot of red wine sales in the summertime because a lot of people are doing more grilling. They're cooking steaks. They've got, beef on the barbecue almost every given day. So red wine still is popular, but, for mid-afternoon, these 2 wines, the rosé and the Moscato, are perfect for that sort of, lazy afternoon outside on the patio. So
fantastic. So our first that we're going to try is the rosé.
Yes, this is the Joie Rosé from the Naramata Bench, and there's a lot of myths about rosé. People think rosés are sweet and sugary. This rosé is dry and crisp and awesome with food and just perfect on its own on the patio.
Tell me this, do you find that more women like a rosé? For example, Jason, would you go to the store and say, I'm going to try a good rosé tonight?
Yeah, I find that, there's certain producers that do a really great job with rosé. So, I'm not opposed to going in and buying a bottle of rosé to try. Joie is one of those wineries that does a very, very good job with the rosé. So.
Okay, good to know. And so as you pour this for us, Linda, maybe Jason can tell us a little bit about some of the protocol around tasting and how you taste properly.
Sure. There's kind of 3 basic steps for tasting wines, and the first one would be basically the sight. You basically have the wine in your glass. First step would basically hold it up if you can. Take a look at what in the glass, what you're looking at. It's nice to have a white backdrop if you can, but just basically taking a look at is it watery around the edges, more concentrated towards the middle. Second would be basically nosing the wine. Is
it true as you look at the legs, the thicker the legs are as it runs down, the sweeter it is? Or how does that work?
Go on.
No, I think the legs refer to the body of the wine.
See, look at how much I know.
So there could be something to do with sugar, and I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know that the legs are, so if it's a light-bodied wine, the legs won't be as big as a real full-bodied wine.
Okay, so first give it the swoosh and the full schnozzle smell.
Get your nose right in there.
Don't inhale any of the wine through your nose.
Don't inhale any of the wine.
That would be a major faux pas.
And I think this wine, we think that it smells like sweet strawberries.
Yes.
And you will expect this wine to taste a lot sweeter than it is. So when you taste it, you'll be a little bit surprised.
Let's give it a try. That is very enjoyable. And you're right. I associate a rosé with very sweet, and this is not.
Very, very different on the nose than it is on the palate. And the thing with rosé is that it's very versatile. Like I said, it's easy sipping on its own, but it's also great with a lot of the barbecued meats you see. Great with food. It's a great food pairing wine. Great with a plate of cheese, too.
Fantastic.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
It is really good. Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, so we'll put this one to the side over here so people can see that.
Malbec.
Oh, right. We're going to try the Malbec. Malbec is a very popular red these days, isn't it?
Malbec is extremely popular. Now, what happened was the South Americans, specifically the Argentinians, are what more or less popularized it. Still producing about 70% of the world's Malbec. But it actually originated in France, and Cahors, where this one is from, is basically the birthplace. They've been making Malbec since close to 2,000 years.
Originated in Argentina?
Originated in France.
In France.
Popularized by the Argentinians.
Okay.
So what we see a lot of times in the stores is the Argentinian Malbecs, which are fantastic wines. We thought we'd bring something a little different from France, where basically the grape originated. So.
You must know your wines pretty well.
It's just a matter of getting out and tasting wines.
Yeah.
Trying as much wine as you can and seeing some of the wine regions themselves, and that's the best part about the job.
And what's cool about your job is you're right. You get to do a little traveling, which is fabulous as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get to meet some of the key players.
For sure. So a little swooshy spoosh.
A little swooshy swoosh. Now this one is going to be definitely a lot drier. More robust, more, use the term rustic. Definitely something that you have with a nice steak on the barbecue.
I feel like I've been cheating on my reds. Now that I smell this, I kind of think, why have I not been drinking more reds? Love it.
Nice soft finish.
That's lovely.
And it's going to continue to develop as it opens. So,
right.
3 very distinct styles we've brought, and like I said, 3 perfect wines for summer.
Fantastic. I'm going to just have one more sip. Okay, and that's the other thing I have to ask with tasting. We have 1 minute and a half, so we'll get to the next one quickly, but spitting, not spitting at a tasting. You can spit if you don't want to get really tipsy, but you don't have to.
Absolutely.
I don't want to. I'm not going to.
Well, that's the other one of the trends that you're seeing these days too, is lower alcohol wines. And what Linda's pouring now is the Yellowtail Moscato, which is about 7% alcohol, so it is a little bit lighter in alcohol.
Okay.
People are enjoying that as much.
So this is sweet. You're going to notice after having the Malbec, it will be
very, very different. So it's relatively new. Moscato is, like I said, is the fastest growing white varietal right now. Yellowtail is the newest one to the game. It's slightly carbonated, so a little bit of that fizz to a little bit of effervescence. You know, right away on the nose, you get that tropical fruit, almost a peach flavor. Just a fantastic summer wine.
Summer wine for the deck, right?
Like I said, the best thing to pair this with would be fresh fruit, fresh pulled strawberries.
I like all three of these, and I love this. I love this.
It's a nice way to finish.
Fruity.
Perfect patio wine.
Let us get a close-up of all of the labels so that our viewers can see what we've tried today. I recommend all of them, but if you like a nice, light, fruity white, I definitely would recommend the Yellowtail here. Fantastic. Moscato. Fantastic, you guys. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's our pleasure.
It is, you know, it's quite by accident it's on a Friday, but it's kind of fun to do this on a Friday, right? Ease into the weekend.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, you are also you're on Facebook and you're on Twitter, so people can check you out.
Yes, and on Twitter and Facebook, always updates about tastings in the store, events, giveaways. So a lot of times we'll be tasting a lot of these wines.
Some great hard to find wines. The second one, the Goulion, is only sold exclusively at Sahali, so
good to know.
Great wines to find.
Good to know, and as well, the information is on your screen. If you would like to call them, and of course the address, it's at the Sahali Mall, in the back parking lot is the entranceway there. So we will take a quick break. Thank you for being here today, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we will be back in 2 minutes with more Midday. Stay with us.